Hey Terrier Nation, Ari Ross alongside head baseball coach Phil Brua ahead of their season opener in a couple weekends against Pitts Greensburg. Exciting times, almost baseball season. It looks great outside, snow's starting to melt. So entering year two, coach, what are some of your goals for this program and expectations for this season?
The big thing we talked about last year was just establishing a new culture, establishing, the way that we want to rebrand Hiram baseball. So I think that was a success. The work ethic of the guys on the team has increased tremendously. We have guys hitting all the time. We have guys in the weight room. We have guys doing all the right things. So that's all great, and we've talked about it a lot this year. But heading into the season, the thing that matters is wins and losses. So that will be to be determined. But we're putting ourselves in a lot better position to be ready to go out and perform a lot quicker this year.
And we've certainly seen the guys out on the field occasionally this winter, and we hear them all the time in the field house, so that's good to see. We hope it shows up on the field. Of course, you're in year two of your tenure here at Hiram College. What have you learned over the past year that you can sort of apply moving forward to year two?
Going from an assistant to a head coach was a lot. The big thing that I've learned is how to lean and let assistant coaches do their thing. Coach Piotrowski, Coach Merritt have been awesome this year. I have been able to definitely take a step back and let those guys do their thing. Let them do the job that they were hired to do, and they both done great with the hitters and the pitchers. And I've been able to kind of roam around, evaluate, talk to guys a little bit more instead of last year. I felt like I was running around trying to keep everyone busy so much that we didn't really get a lot of coaching done. So that's been the biggest takeaway so far this year, and it's been great. I think I've got to know the guys on the team a lot better. Our group of freshmen is really great, so I definitely feel more team cohesion this year. And a lot of it's just us getting to know each other a lot better.
It's good to hear. We're excited to see them out in the field. You have a whole lot of returners, 21 of them, and a whole lot of them coming back who hit pretty well last year. Mm-hmm. Who can we sort of expect to see take a step forward this year and maybe put themselves in contention for some all-conference honors and really put themselves at the top of the lineup?
Yeah, I think all of them can be. Vince Susso's coming off a career year, and he's heading into his third season. He's going to graduate this year with his brother PJ, who we both of them look good, and the timing is there, and it's there a little quicker than it was last year. Kyle Harris coming off of an awesome year, after being predominantly a pitcher, his first 2 years in the program. So he's got a full year of being a position player under his belt, and he's been swinging the bat pretty well. And then guys like Zach Bailey, who are he's coming into his own a little bit more, and he's refined his approach, and he looks a little better. So I think we're going to swing the bat pretty well. If things go the way that they're supposed to. Now, that being said, nothing ever goes the way you expect it to.
Fortunately not.
No, but like I said, the only thing that we can do so far this year is put ourselves in position to be successful, and I think that we've done that.
Okay, of course, you also hit the recruiting trail really hard. You and Nick got out, and you brought in 27 incoming freshmen, which of course we love to see. Who should we be watching out for? What are some names that fans are going to get to know this year, whether it's on the mound, in the field, or at the plate?
Yeah, the big thing that we addressed was the pitching depth. So we're going to see a lot of young pitchers go out there and log pretty significant innings for us this year. At the top, expect freshman Daniel Quintero, freshman Bob James, as two guys who were kind of premier pitchers at their high school that we look to have that continue. And kind of a guy that's been a little bit of a dark horse, Steven Javorek, who came in. We monkeyed with the arm angle a little bit, and he's been really successful, throwing a ton of strikes. And we have guys like Zach Scalf, who was a really good wrestler in high school, and has put on 25, 30 pounds since he got to college, just because he's not wrestling anymore. Or a guy like Jack Seipel, who we've dropped his arm angle down a little bit more, and he's been really successful. And then freshmen up the middle, Mikey Corsillo, Chason Mars are going to be guys who see some significant playing time, and first baseman Colt Bates, who had awesome fall, hit a couple balls, hit a couple balls pretty well, and he's been able to stay healthy and be ready to go.
Of course, you guys do kick off the season with the home game, February 29th, weather permitting, against Pitt Greensburg. Then, as usual, you head down to Fort Myers, Florida for a bunch of games against some tough opponents. You guys excited for the warm weather and the trip down to Florida?
Yeah, it's a great team bonding thing. We take everybody hops in the bus and we take it down, and the team gets really close in a short period of time. I expect us to come back closer than we are now, and I think we have a pretty close-knit team. But it's awesome. It's a fun trip. We invite all the families out, and we have parents in the stands, parents taking kids out to dinner, and that's really what we try to preach, is a family atmosphere. So spring break is kind of the culmination of all of that. It is a lot of baseball, 8 games in 4 days with, we're gonna play 2 JV games during those 4 days too. So really 10 games in 4 days. So it'll be a lot of baseball, but that's what we're going down there for. We're not going down there to hang out at the beach or at the pool. We're going down there to play baseball, and then when it's done being baseball time, we get on the bus and come back home.
I mean, I don't know what more could you want. Baseball, sun.
It's
perfect weather down there. Should be a fun time.
Yep.
So one final question for you, Coach Brua. Fill in the blank. This season will be a success if.
I think if we stay healthy and we have some guys take a step forward, especially on the mound. It was something you noted before. We hit the ball okay last year. We struggled on the mound. So filling up the strike zone, being competitive, from the first pitch to the last pitch of the game. We're going to go out there. We're going to play hard every game, just like we did last year. And, a lot of it's going to be dictated on the mound, as most baseball is. A lot of championships are won on the mound. So we're super excited. Like I said, we're going to be young. We're going to go through some growing pains with some guys, which is to be expected. But we have a group of resilient guys and a group of guys who are hungry and really want to work hard. So we're super excited. Couldn't be more proud to be the head coach of the program here, and really excited for this year, really excited for the future.
We are certainly really excited as well. Spring season means warm weather. We're excited for that here. We could certainly use some after the winter we've had the past couple weeks. And of course, you guys will kick off the season February 29th at home versus Pitt Greensburg, before heading down to Fort Myers for a bunch of games and coming back up for the rest of your season. Once again, thanks for joining me on the Hiram College Network. Coach Brua, and good luck this season.
Thank you. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. And you can follow the Terriers on Instagram and Twitter at Hiram_athletics, on Facebook at Hiram College Athletics, and online at www.hiramterriers.com. Once again, thanks for joining us. Go Terriers.